Hello everyone. On this video session, I am going to deal with a new topic, that is consumer protection. Let us understand the meaning of Consumer Protection Act, who are the consumers, and what are the rights and duties or responsibilities of a consumer. Who are called as a consumer? Any individual or person who purchases the products or services for his personal use, that person is known as a consumer and not used for the manufacturing or resale purpose. Again, manufacturing purpose or resale purpose, that particular person is known as a business person. So, the consumer is one who purchases the product for their personal use. What is Consumer Protection Act? It was implemented in the year 1986 to give a easy and fast compensation to consumer grievances. And also it safeguards and encourages the consumers to speak against insufficiency and faults in goods and services. If traders and manufacturers practice any kinds of illegal trade, this act protects their rights as a consumer. And also, the main primary objective or primary motivation of this forum is to bestow aid to both the parties and eliminate the lengthy lawsuits. So here it is protect the interest of both the parties, that is manufacturer or trader as well as the consumers. They will identify whose fault it is and later they will provide a compensation. The rights of consumer. First one, right to safety. Being as a buyer or the consumer, you have all the rights to check the safety of the product. So for that reason, you must check or purchase the product on the basis of the certified products like ISI mark and EGG mark. So these marks are very important to check the quality of the product. Next one, right to choose. The consumer have all the rights to choose among the variety of goods by make a competitive price. By comparing from one brand to the another brand and the feature and the price, later they can make a decision or they can choose a one product which is convenient to buy for him or her. Right to be informed. So being as a consumer or the buyer, you have all the rights to ask the details of the product. And also the seller has all the responsibility to provide each and every necessary details of the product to the consumers. Only for one purpose, that is changing a buying decision. Whether you want to buy or not, that you can make a decision. Next point, that is right to consumer education. So consumers should be aware of his or her rights and avoid a exploitation from the sellers. So it is the duty of the all the I can say Consumer Protection Act to give the guidelines and give the education to the consumers regarding their rights. Next one, right to be heard. This means the consumer will get due attention to express their grievances at the suitable forum. So here it is a duty of the consumers to provide all the necessary information or express the grievances or complaints in a suitable forum, because it is consumers are a kings of the market. Next one, right to seek a compensation. This defines that consumer has a right to seek a redressal against unfair and inhuman practice or exploitation of the consumers. So here a consumer has all the rights to seek a compensation for the damages whatever happens to them by using a product. Next topic, that is responsibilities of the consumers. what are the responsibility being as a consumer? First one, responsibility be aware. A consumer has to be mindful of the safety and quality of products and services before purchasing. So consumer should know or have a aware of each and every information about safety and quality of the product. Next one, responsibility to think independently. The consumer responsibility is to be think independently. So he or she must have a concerns about what they want and what is a need, and therefore make an independent choice of purchasing a product. Next one, responsibility to speak out. See, buyer or the consumer should be speak without fear. So what is what is the use of speaking fearlessly? That out of their grievances and tell the traders what they exactly want. Next one, responsibility to complain. If any trade practices which is illegal or exploitation of the consumer, it is a responsibility of the consumer to put the case on the traders. So it is the consumer's responsibility to express and file a complaints about their dissatisfactions with goods and services in a sincere and a fair manner. So here a consumer should have all the responsibility and the all the informations which is relevant to file the case against the traders. So for that reason it is says as a sincere and fair manner. So here the consumer should not gain any kinds of the profit by complaining the traders. So for that reason they should have a proper evidence, then only they can file the case against the consumer and against the traders. Next one, responsibility to be ethical concern. They should be fair and not engage themselves with any defective practices. So, being as a consumer, you cannot think that I am the king and I have all the rights every time. So, being as a king, you must know the ethical concern, or you must know what is the ethics in the being as a consumer. So for that reason, you should not be in any kinds of a defective practices by taking the advantages of the being as a consumer. So you must be have a ethical concerns, and later you can file the later you can take any action on any trader who are conducting a illegal or exploitation on the consumers. There are some standard certificates which I already dealt in the first rights of the consumer, that is right to be safety. So being as a consumer in the society, you must know these standards, which is very important. Okay, the first one, BSI hallmark, which is the certificate is given on the checking the purity of the gold, and UGMark, an agriculture product. So it is based on the mark you have to see, or the standard you can check on the agriculture products. ISI mark, Indian Standard Institutions, will give or grant a certificate to those who are conducting a business regarding electronical product. So you must check the product which is you're buying electrical product. So that time you can check the this mark on the electrical products. And next one, food processing industries. So that is FPO mark, which is a centralized by the Delhi. So each and everything of the related to the food product, they will give a certificate by checking a quality. Okay, so this completes a small topic of the consumer protection on bridge codes, and also I had completed the all the topics which are relevant and which is called it as a basic concept for the business studies. Thank you everyone.